The wineskin is not a campaign for universalism. You know what universalism is? It doesn't matter what God you serve. Let's come together. We are all one. No, we are not. Love everybody, but we are not one. John chapter 17 and verse 3. This is life everlasting, that they may know thee, the only, not one, not the greatest, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent. Can I tell you this? I can borrow from philosophy. I can borrow from psychology. I can borrow from any kind of field, medicine, architecture, and coin them together to help you, provided I am pointing you to Jesus. If it is not Jesus I am pointing you to, I'm wasting your time. Wasting your time. How about overemphasis on intellect? There are many people who haven't said things like, you know, and I must say this, and I'm hoping that preachers will have the maturity to minimize this. Don't downplay things like deliverance, casting out demons, and all of that simply because you believe there is a more superior way. Don't look down on ministries that minister to people and all of that. People are at different spiritual levels. Are we together now? When Paul taught, he talked about my doctrine. He was honest enough to say, I don't know everything. I'm communicating based on the jurisdiction of what is revealed to me. We need to be very careful as we teach on our pulpits, standing with certain levels of absolute audacity. A student in class who still has an exam to write and is beating his chest and bullying other fellow students, whereas all of them are going to be writing the same exam, must be a foolish student. Did you hear what I said? Every student in class, students can help themselves. There are students that are smarter than other students, agree, but everybody is going to write the same exam. So as a student, you don't attain the status of a lecturer or a status of the vice, the vice chancellor. There are many students who are in class, but they are busy marking the script of other students and rating them and saying you are failing, whereas they have an exam they will write themselves. As I teach truth, I am aware that I do not know everything. I remain a passionate student of knowledge. I learn from the body of Christ. When I sit down with ministers of the gospel, especially those who are senior ministers, no matter how they perceive me, I like to listen to them. I ask questions. There's always something I can learn. If I can't learn a sermon, I can have a better mentality. I ask questions, because as much as God is helping, I'm a student myself. We all have exams we're writing. Is someone learning now? Men of God must desist from that supervisor mentality. No, we are all students. Everybody has his exam to write sooner or later. If you have been granted grace to be an exceptional student, help those who are coming. Don't tear down people. It's amazing how many things we can brag about today that 10 years later we'll see how wrong we were. And you know one beautiful thing about the internet does not lie. It doesn't hide. Whatever stays there, stays there. So we need to be careful the things we're saying, so that 10, 20 years from now, if Christ tarries, after we have grown, we don't look back and have to bite our fingers for the rest of our lives for making foolish and arrogant statements in pride when we do not have sufficient knowledge.